Quick2Cart belongs to TechJoomla, and we have various extensions built by TechJoomla, that is JGive, social ads, broadcast, and many other useful extensions. So you can visit take a look at our products on our site, that is techjoomla.com. So on behalf of today's presentation, we have this one coupon. So you can validate that coupon, and it's available till 25th of August. Okay. So Quick2Cart, as you can see, there's a bit of the here in, you can check out more in Quick2Cart. So let's go. So why not another cart? So as you know, many carts are like too big. Their flexibility levels is much lesser, and like if you want to hack, you want to go like right and left, you need to hack that. And as a developer, I don't recommend to hack any system at all. So why Quick2Cart? So the advantage of Quick2Cart is like it's MVC compatible, easily extendable, and we have very strong developer APIs, and it is also compatible with Joomla 2.5 and 3.x. And yeah, we have some awesome reviews on Jet, which you can also take a look at. So okay, so on the scale level, Quick2Cart is neither too big nor too small. It's just at a perfect right size, and it's quite simple and flexible to be used. So our main Quick2Cart goal is to build a cart with useful features and lots of flexibility and a fast checkout process. Okay. So to get to know Quick2Cart, we have like Quick2Cart can be used as a CCK cart, social cart, and also a developer cart. So let's take a look at all these avatars of Quick2Cart. CCK cart, as you can know that this is a content construction kits which have more flexibility and has plenty of fields and comparisons made possible with them. And yeah, Quick2Cart can help you scale with your favorite CCK cart to be converted into a awesome e-commerce store. And now with Quick2Cart, you can also extend your e-commerce by front-end subscriptions also. Okay, so why CCKs? As I have already mentioned, it has a great freedom of content constructions, and you have flexibilities in you have photo galleries, you have flexible fields, and search tools are made available by CCKs. So Quick2Cart is by Quick2Cart you can enhance those features and functionalities to be converted into an e-commerce extension. So Quick2Cart adds pricing and attribute options, and with those pricing options, you can have a negative or positive impact to the overall price of the product. Okay, so we have a easy and very fast checkout process in the latest version, that the version which will be coming out, that is 2.2 version. We'll have a very simple and quite a awesome checkout process, which you can see it in our screen also. So you must be saying what's so simple about this. So let's go in and check it out. So we have a native product manager where we have some standard fields, category management, basic image upload, product video, and product attribute support, where it's kind of basic requirements for an e-commerce product to be there. Social cart is kind of
so this is kind of the difference where Quick2Cart excels and is very different from the conventional carts out there. And social communication and peer interactions are a huge influence on how e-commerce works today. So when typically a friend of yours buys something, you want to go in and buy it yourself. So Quick2Cart can help you integrate various important social networking extensions like Easy Social and Jom Social, and kind of build a full social e-commerce kind of an environment where buyers can influence each other to buy and let your e-commerce go viral as well. So you can get a slice of that pie and get ready to fly with Quick2Cart's social features. And Quick2Cart's new version that is coming actually enhances these in a big way. I would suggest you stay tuned to updates on our website later this month for more on this release. And we will be showing you a lot of what's coming in there in this presentation as well. So on the social integration side, what we have is obviously when somebody buys something, it's very important that that gets shouted out to everybody else in the social network. So activity stream integrations for activities like adding stores, products, buying activities, all that needs to go to the activity stream so that it can actually go viral. At the same time, if you have a social network, let's say just compare Quick2Cart in a social avatar to having a Facebook store. So you have your Facebook profile and there is a store against that profile, and your friends can come to your profile and buy stuff. So in a similar way, if you have Easy Social or John Social, profile displays are available for your stores as well as for your products, and you can start selling right from your profile. At the same time, we also offer tight integration with messaging and notification systems of the social integrations. So for example, if somebody buys a product from your store, you'll get a native John Social notification that has happened. So this offers a very tight integration, as I said, so you will not feel that so Quick2Cart is something outside the social network. It will be a tight part of it and make the buying experience more social for your end users. So this is just a few screenshots of how we are working with Jom Social and Easy Social. And we are not going to show you a lot of the slides. We'll probably run through the slides a little bit so that you can see Quick2Cart in action. So I'll quickly run through this. So what you see here on the right is activity stream integration. You will see that Manny has just got a product, Thai chopsticks from the store Bamboo and Wood Products. So like Dipti would have covered earlier, Quick2Cart is not just multi-vendor, it is also multi-store. So a single vendor can have multiple stores on your site. So let's say Manny has a Bamboo and Wood product store as well as a shoe store, as well as a computer electronics store. So it's extremely extensible that way. And you'll see that the activity stream integration shown on the screen will make sure that the word will be out whatever activity is happening in the store. So what you see next is the profile display, and you'll see that these are the products. So Mark has shown his products on his profile, and this is currently in Easy Social, this example that you see here. In addition, Quick2Cart also integrates with another of our products called as JLike. So in case you have something called as, let's say you want a wish list. So Quick2Cart doesn't have a wish list out of the box. But if you integrate JLike, basically all the products you like can go to your own list, and basically you can just put in overrides to say that it's a wish list. So we kind of believe while building our products that we are building building blocks that can be used easily with each other, and with a little bit of customization you can use them with extreme flexibility. And so this is JLike integrated with Quick2Cart. So multi-store, this is multi-store. So I'll just let Dipti take over again and take you to the multi-store.
Yeah, as Parth said that in Quick2Cart you can have multiple stores. For example, there was an example that Maggie can have two stores, that is a Bamboo Wood store and also a shoe plaza store, and which can both the stores can be owned by her on a single site. So, and like Maggie, there can be multiple vendors on a single website. So that's like multiple vendor mode can have commissions, so that the site admin can also benefit from it. So the screen shows you how the kind of commissions can be distributed among the stores and the vendors. So as you can see, there's a shoe store, electronics store, and apparel store. and there are multiple customers, and a product price can be divided into a commission, and also the remaining amount can be given out to the store vendor.
So this is actually one of the key features of all our e-commerce products. We build in multi-vendor support from the start, and the admin can choose to charge a transaction fee on every order. So as shown in this example, the first user, the smiley on the left, has 3 stores and they're buying a lot of stuff from him. And when a guy buys a product which is worth $100, $90 are going to the store, which is effectively the store owner, and $10 in commission is going to the admin. So through this, you can set up a very scalable store, and you can earn on every transaction that every store in your multi-vendor system is making.
This is a basic screenshot for adding a product into your store. So you can, as you can see, there is a category selection, SKU management, and product image and product price, product videos. There are also attribute information can be added into your product.
So right now the product manager in Quick2Cart has been kept simple on purpose. So in case you want to have something as powerful as Magento or maybe as powerful as Virtumart, then what we suggest is that you integrate, you use the CCK cart way to do it. That way the CCK gives you all the fields that you want, and you can extend it as you want. And what is the cool thing about the next version that is coming in is that now CCK will also support multi-vendor and multi-cart and social cart. So even if you don't use Quick2Cart's native product manager, you use Zoo or K2 or Sevlord, you will still be able to use multi-vendor. So if you want, don't get discouraged by a small product manager that we have given. It's done on purpose. If you want to go all out with your fields and add a lot of features, just use CCK.
So this is just all products listing view for the native product manager, where you can see we have a facility to filter out the products by selecting the categories, and you can see we can also filter out the products based on the vendors on the website. So by this, the buyer has a clear view of all the products, and every vendor has an exposure equally.
So Quick2Cart also supports attributes. So even if you're using the native product manager and not the CCK, in both cases you will be able to use attributes. So if you're selling shirts, you can have different prices according to the size, or you could also choose to have different prices according to the color. The attributes don't have to have a price. So if you see in the screen in front of you, the size attributes are adding or subtracting the price, whereas the color attributes are not having any effect on the price. That's just a selection for you to show to the end user. So we'll just quickly go through the standard e-commerce features that Quick2Cart has. So
this is the most awaited feature in Quick2Cart, which we have already implemented. This is like, as you can see, we have a digital products facility available in Quick2Cart, and you can also have some free sample downloads available for the product so that the buyer can take a sip of the product and then buy it.
Right. So assume that you're kind of selling an ebook and you want to give them a free sample to read. So what you can do is, and you can actually list multiple files against the product. So you can have a product that is selling 10 files, and one of those files is a free sample. So you can do that with Quick2Cart. So that's downloadable products. Then you have the standard stock and inventory support. We also let you decide if you want to use stock at all. If you want, you can skip it, or you can also choose that you want to still ship if the product is out of stock. So you can kind of configure it any way you want.
We have this minimum and maximum order quantity facility in Quick2Cart, where you can configure for per product how many minimum and maximum quantity levels the product can be bought by the user. And yes, we have our all views are bootstrapped and both front end and back end, which you can see at a demo, and also will be showing you in a while. We have multiple currency support where you can have multiple currencies. That is, a single site can be having dollar and rupee currency available, so that the products can have maximum reach to maximum customers.
So we also offer guest and registered user checkout. So the way it works is that you don't in e-commerce you don't want to trouble the user too much with registrations, and sometimes you want registration. So we have a lot of flexible configuration options here. You can make them register, or you can let them check out as a guest. You can configure it in any combinations you want. Uh, this is one cool feature and highly requested that is coming in Quick2Cart. So far, Quick2Cart did not have advanced shipping and taxation configurations, but with Quick2Cart, the next version that is coming, so that is going to be version 2.2, which will add extensive support for zones, shipping zones that is, which can also be used for tax. So zones are basically geographical locations which are used as a master for calculating shipping and taxes while shipping to those regions.
And I would like to mention one part here. The zones can be specifically assigned to a specific store. So we have this maximum flexibility available for
Right.
vendors.
So a store might decide that it is only shipping in the United States, while there might be one more store that says that I'm going to ship everywhere. So there's a lot of flexibility in there. It has, in my opinion, added a little bit of complexity to configuring things, but now there are not too many limits with what you can do with Quick2Cart. You used to have earlier customers had to kind of manage on the shipping and taxation side, but now with all these features, uh, you can absolutely calculate any kind of shipping and taxation you want with any combination you want. So that should be something that you'll all love. So I'm going to just run through these slides because seeing this in action will make more sense. So between the zones, the shipping methods, you can basically decide what affects the shipping price. Obviously, the weight, volume, quantity, and all those attributes come into picture. You can also decide which tax profile or which shipping method is used for each. So this is pretty much a full out shipping management system in here. You can create as many profiles as you want, and these can be, again, everything that you see here can be configured by the vendor on the store level. So this is truly multi-vendor. The admin is not enforcing anything on the store, though he might decide some large limits within which the stores can function, so to say. Same thing with taxation management. The zones are again used here, and depending on various parameters, we calculate the tax. Again, extremely configurable, something we'll see in the demo. So between the taxation management and the tax profile manager, we can kind of configure it to calculate any kind of taxes. This is just a quick screenshot of the cart display module. You'll see that it has two modes. One is a compact mode and one is a extended mode, where you can kind of show all the details of the products inside. Another great feature about all Joomla products is that we have contributed something to the community called as the Common Payments API, which is a standard way to make payment plugins and a standard way to use them in your products, through which if you use this payment API with just around 3 to 4 uh, in 3 to 4 hours, you can have all these payment gateways integrated with the system. So obviously Quick2Cart uses this, and we have support for 25 odd payment gateways in Quick2Cart. This list is not exhaustive. You can check out our GitHub, that's github.com/techjoomla, and look for the Common Payments API repository to see the full list. This is another exciting feature for Quick2Cart. We support PayPal adaptive payments as well as adaptive payments with Stripe. That's a plugin developed by a third-party developer. With this, you can completely automate your marketplace. So typically, like you saw in the diagram earlier, when somebody buys a $100 product and $90 is going to the seller, while $10 is the admin share. Uh, Quick2Cart carries a payout manager in case you don't have automated PayPal adaptive payments, using which you can manually disburse the payments and keep the records using the payout manager. But with PayPal adaptive, this can be completely automated. When the customer pays, the payment is split automatically between the seller and the admin, and you don't have to worry about doing anything manually at all.
This screen just shows a statistics dashboard for a vendor where the vendor can see his total orders sold and items sold and the sale of the products, which can be like he has a one screenshot or one screen where he can see all his
This is
sales.
across the stores.
No, this is not across the stores. This is for a single store. I'll show you in the demo what kind of screens we have here. This is just an order management in the backend where we have status filters and CSV exports for all orders. Coupon management, similarly, like admins can have coupons created for which will, yeah, that coming next. So in the next screenshot slide, we at the store vendors can also create coupons and have them given out to the buyers.
So obviously, right? So since Quick2Cart is multi-vendor, the store owners need to be able to create coupons, and obviously those coupons should only apply to their stores, because you don't want your people giving away coupons which they can apply across any store. So Quick2Cart lets you define coupons on a store level, and they only apply to products in that store. From a checkout perspective, Quick2Cart does a collective checkout. So the way it works is that even if you're buying from multiple stores, you're only buying in one checkout. You're not buying doing 10 different checkouts. And Quick2Cart manages orders such that the correct store owners only get orders for their products, and fulfillment happens on a store level. So this is just order notification emails. Obviously, Quick2Cart will send out order notification emails when the product gets out. And finally, we are keeping the site admins happy too. So just to take a quick overview of what we've seen so far, we went through the social cart angle of Quick2Cart. So like Dipti told you earlier, Quick2Cart has 4 avatars, so to say. So one is the social cart, where you can use Quick2Cart as a social e-commerce system. One is a simple e-commerce system where you're not using any CCKs and just you want to use Quick2Cart to have a no frills ready to deploy store without having to think about it. That's Quick2Cart in its simplest avatar. Install it, configure the payment gateways, and forget about it. The second avatar is the CCK cart, so to say. So Quick2Cart out of the box supports. You can basically, if you have any kind of a CCK, we support Zoo, we support K2, we support Seblord as well now. We are also supporting Flexi Content. And I think Sobi Pro support is coming soon as well. We have somebody in the community developing that. So if you have any kind of a CCK, you can convert that to a full-fledged e-commerce cart using Quick2Cart. We just plug into these CCKs seamlessly, and without worrying about anything, that CCK will be completely converted to a cart. And finally, something that we'll see later is the developer cart version. So that's more focused as developers. So ideally we built Quick2Cart such that you could extend any kind of an extension to have Quick2Cart there to practically sell anything. So that's more of an advanced feature. We can cover it if required later in the questions. So let's go on to the admin side of it. So we saw how it works for the end users and the store owners and the buyers. Let's see what's in it for the admins. So we have affiliate integrations. So there is nothing like a little cash reward to entice users to promote your products. So this is a very basic integration right now, where Quick2Cart, when you're using it in a single vendor mode, it will also work in a multi-vendor mode, but the payment processes will get a little complicated there. You'll have to do a lot of calculations to make your payouts right. So right now, affiliate integrations are only recommended in a single vendor mode when you're using Quick2Cart to just sell products off your site. And then we have IDEV affiliate, post affiliate, and Viz affiliate pro to basically promote affiliate sales via affiliates. We also have Google Analytics integration to track your conversions better, and that's a plugin that you can enable. We have a state, country, and region manager. Now, this has been kind of this is part of the shipping setup, and this is also used as a master again to decide which countries you want to offer. So, if you have, if you're using Quick2Cart on a single vendor mode, and you want to only say that I'm only shipping in these 4 countries, then you can decide what you want to switch on and switch off. Just make it easier for users to fill out their forms.
Cool.
Lots of filters.
Path and Dipti.
Hello?
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but we have a large stack of questions here.
Okay, let's get to those.
Yeah, sure.
And quite a few of them have actually been asking for a demo. Is it possible?
Okay, let's actually get to the demo then. I know there's been a lot of slides.
Hello?
Steve, can you repeat that question?
Actually, quite a lot of the questions are asking for Quick2Cart, but there are also some specific questions too.
Okay, so do you want us to walk through a quick overview first, and then we'll take some of those questions?
Yes. Can you do a 5-minute demo in the admin, and then we'll move to the questions?
Okay, perfect. So right now in the backend, and what you see here, I just to make sure where we were, I clicked on components. I went to Quick2Cart, and you will see that we have quite a few menus here on the left. And what you see here is the admin dashboard. So I'll just hand it over to Dipti, and she'll quickly take you through the various parts of that.
Okay, so here's the dashboard where the site admin can see the sales statistics for his site. Here we have a periodic graph for the orders. Here we have the not shipped orders list view.
And what you can see at the bottom as well is that there is a pending payouts area. So right now Quick2Cart is configured in multi-vendor mode here. So the admin needs to make sure that he's making the payouts on time, especially if he's not using adaptive payments. So it falls on the admin's shoulders to make the payouts. So I will kind of show you how to do that quickly. So this is the dashboard, so to say, depending on whether you're using it in multi-vendor mode or a single vendor mode. Things will change a little bit here as to what is seen and what is not. In the stores area, so this is kind of in case you're running Quick2Cart, not in a true multi-vendor situation, but you are the only vendor, but you want to have like 10 stores. So you can create those 10 stores here and list your products inside those stores.
Just to interrupt part, in this view, the admin can also create a store on behalf of some user. So
right.
That can also happen.
Yeah. Yes. So we had a situation where we had somebody saying that they didn't want anybody to come in and just create a store on their own. They wanted them to go through a manual process. So in this case, they can just contact you and you can set up the store for them. You can select which user that store belongs to, and then that user can log in from the front end and take care of the payment, take care of the rest of the setup. So just one field here before I kind of move on. In case you're using PayPal adaptive payments, you need to make sure that payment mode is PayPal, and as a store owner, you set up a valid PayPal address here so that the automated payments can reach you. In case you're not using PayPal adaptive, you can just set it to other and put in bank details or whatever here, because in that case it's not automated. The admin takes care of that. So that was the list of stores. In case it's in a multi-vendor, multi-store situation, you will see all the stores here irrespective of which vendor it belongs to, and you can kind of just search here by vendor name or store to filter them out. Next up is the categories. So this is pretty simple. We just kind of rely on the basic backend Joomla categories to extend it so that Quick2Cart can use that. So I don't think I need to get into details of that. Next is the products on the backend. So what you're seeing here is actually the beta that has not gone live yet. So this actually shows products from across CCKs. So you can have a situation actually where you can have multiple CCKs staying on the same website and managing different products. So you'll see that I have Zoo here, K2, Flexi Content, Joomla Content, as well as the native Quick2Cart product manager. So right now this list is showing products from across all the CCKs, when you click to edit a product, depending on what client it is, the form to edit the product will differ. You can also filter by category, store, and the status. So this was another feature that people were asking for a long time, and that is ready. And if anybody in the audience is one of our Quick2Cart customers already, guys, this is coming really soon. I know you have been waiting for a long time. We'll have this out pretty soon. Next up is the orders view. So this is again pretty standard e-commerce. You can check out what all orders have been placed. You can check which payment gateway it was used. You can set or change the status from here, and at the same time send an email about an update. You can see in the order details view what goes in the order. You can also add a comment as an admin. And in case it's a multi-store order, then we basically split the orders. So for the admin, I can see the whole order at once, but I see it's basically split into the stores. So maybe we can see one. We have one there. We have a multi-store order.
I guess this one.
No, I don't have it here, but you'll see that there is a store name here. So it will just have one more line here, which shows the store name and the next item. And when the store owner actually gets his order, he'll only get that slice of the order when he gets the email. Then we have so this is pretty standard. So there is a sales report, there's a payout report. So I'll quickly run through those. So this is basically just a report, something that shows you all the details as to which products have been sold, so what's the count, which are the best sellers and whatnot. Then there is a payouts report. So now this is kind of important. So when you have a multi-vendor situation and you're not using PayPal adaptive payments, it means that all the payments are coming to the sites or admin's payment account. So depending on which payment gateway you're using, whichever way, the money is basically coming to you. And you need to make sure that you calculate the payouts after cutting your commission. So we kind of take the pain out of it. We have a CSV export for this, as well as when you create a new payout and you choose one of the pays. So right now I don't have any other vendors set up here, but if I select a pay, will automatically calculate what his dues are. According to this, I owe this guy $45. I can just click this, add a note that this amount has been sent by check, set as unpaid and save it, and maybe once I know that the check has been cashed, I can set it to paid. So this can kind of maintain the entire history of what the transactions are. And I can also choose that if I cannot afford to make the $45 payment right now, I can just say I'm just going to do $10 of a payout right now and put a comment that the rest will be paid later. And the system will still maintain that history, and you can kind of make that payment in multiple transactions.
Hey, Path.
Yeah.
Can you turn off the speakers on your side?
Pardon me?
I'm just going to ask some of the questions that are coming from the users.
Okay.
And we have a lot of questions. I think because it's a new product.
Right. That's cool.
A lot of people have a lot of questions.
Okay, sure. So let's start with the questions in that case.
Sure. So first question. Can users choose not to share their purchases in the activity stream?
So I'm assuming that the question is that you want, oh yeah, so if you don't want the purchases to be seen in the activity stream, we basically are not respecting privacy, so to say, right now, but that is a feature in our tracker, and the version after the current version will have that inbuilt. So right now it is kind of compulsory, it kind of ends up going in there. But if you don't want the activity stream to be enabled at all, you can kind of switch it off right now. But that's actually a very good point, and we'll make sure that that is fixed in the next version.
Okay, question two. Can each store have its own URL?
Yes, every store does have a vanity URL that the store owner can choose himself.
Okay, question three. Is it possible to base the price on Joomla's ACL? I presume they may want to create a wholesale group, perhaps, and give them a discount.
Right. So I see where you're coming from. So that's not actually supported right now. You cannot create pricing based on groups. It is flat across. But you can create coupons, which can be special. So, but of course, that's not going to solve the wholesale problem in a big way. But ACL based pricing is something that's not there right now and will come in future versions.
Cool. Question 4. When is the next version being released?
So we expect that the next version will be released around month end, mostly sooner, but we already have a beta out, which is with a closed group of testers. But we expect that the final release will happen by this month end.
Okay, question 5. How are downloadable files managed? Is it emailed as an attachment, or is there a URL?
There is a URL. You have to log into the store, you have to log into the site and access it. And we also send a notification email, but basically you have to log in and access it.
Okay, this next question may be a little tricky, although I think Amazon has opened up in India. Are there any advantages or disadvantages to hosting your own store like this rather than selling through Amazon or a similar site?
So one thing that you will of course get is the advantage of having your own branding and not getting compared with other products that will be listed on Amazon. And of course, there's the fees to consider. So typically the fees that you will end up paying on a recurring basis is only the payment gateway fees. And they typically, if you have a decent volume, will be much lower compared to what Amazon will charge you.
Okay, question 7, I think. Can you offer different prices based on geolocation? So cheaper for the US or cheaper for Europe?
Again, that's more like that ACL question. So the changes that kind of a thing will need will be related to the ACL group based pricing. So as of now, no, you can't really do geolocation based pricing. But that's again something that's actually a new one. We have never got that before. We'll add it to a tracker and see when we can implement that.
The next question is, and I'll jump in quickly, I know the answer to this one. Can the order notification emails be handled by Mandrill from MailChimp?
Yes, obviously. So basically we use the Joomla mailer itself. So if you configure Mandrill in SMTP, you can do that. So Steve, just to go back to the earlier question, there is a way you could do that. That's not really truly geolocation based, but since Quick2Cart supports multiple currencies and the admin is actually expected to enter the prices in every currency, you could potentially set up, let's say you set up a currency in rupees and one in dollars, and you can set the rupee pricing to be cheaper than the relevant dollar pricing. And a very small piece of development can ensure that the currency is auto set and the user can't end user can't change it based on geolocation. So that could be a workaround to the earlier question.
Cool. Can you talk about Quick2Cart's integration with K2 quickly? And maybe show a
Absolutely,
demo.
Sure, we can do that. So let me just see if I have K2 installed. Yes, I do. So I'm just going to the K2 backend right now. So I'll just need to create a K2 category since I don't have that set up. So let me do that. So I just set up a category. Now I'm going to create a new item. So let's say this is a awesome Joomla mug. And then I can fill out everything that K2 offers me. So, is the K2 fill? See it? Alright, so here at the bottom you'll see that the Quick2Cart K2 plugin has rendered. So I can put in the item name, the SKU. So some fields will copy over from the CCK, some you have to enter. So typically when you save, actually this title will get copied to this unless you actually decide to enter it. So if I save it, it will get copied automatically.
Cool. Okay.
There it is.
So we have just about 10 minutes until the next session in Joomla today starts. So I'm going to try and run down the rest of the questions quickly, if that's okay.
Sure, let's do that.
One question is, if I make a purchase in Quick2Cart, do I make it on my Joomla site, or am I sent to the payment gateway?
So that really depends on which payment gateway you're using. So if you're using, let's say, PayPal, the standard payments, the way PayPal standard works is that you have to go to PayPal to make the payment. But if you use, let's say, PayPal Pro, or if you use Paymill, then the payment happens on your site itself. So that's not really up to Quick2Cart. It depends on which payment gateway you use. So to generalize the answer to that question, Quick2Cart supports both on-site payment gateways as well as off-site ones. And depending on the one you choose, the checkout experience will differ based on that.
Okay. This question we've had several times. Are there any import or export options, particularly from extensions like VirtueMart or Webshop?
Yeah, we have been getting a lot of those actually, and we are actually planning to work with CSVI import to build a generalized importer for Quick2Cart. So right now they are not there, but I'm expecting that in around a couple of months' time we should have importers for the major cards available.
Cool. Okay. Question. With the categories, are they based on the vendor or the store?
The categories right now are universal, so they are not a function of the store or the vendor. They are defined by the admin, and then it's really kind of compulsory right now for the vendors and stores below them to use the same categories. So think of it like Amazon multi-vendor situation where Amazon actually defines the product categories and all the people under are simply utilizing it. But if you do want categories to be a function of the vendor, that's possible from a technical perspective, but it's not there right now.
Cool. Can you talk quickly about the performance of Quick2Cart? The person asking the question has seen a lot of shopping carts be very slow because of all the database queries that are needed.
Right. So Quick2Cart, as I said initially, has been built to be a pretty lightweight cart. So till now we haven't had any major performance issues as such. Basically all the product management, where all the real heavy lifting on product management side has to be done, that is left to the CCKs to do. In case you're using Quick2Cart's own product manager, then that's an extremely lightweight product management system, so there are no major issues there. On the reporting side as well, the databases tables have been optimized such that the reporting doesn't end up being heavy, and so we haven't really seen any kind of performance issues so far, and of course the care has been taken to avoid those.
Cool. Okay, we have two more questions to finish.
Okay.
The first of those questions is it possible to create sliders at the front end rather than, say, checkboxes? For example, can you have a slider from small to medium to large to extra large for t-shirts? Is that design feature?
No, that's not there out of the box, but you could actually do an override of the view and actually achieve that. Because that would be more of a UI element. So right now it's a drop down, but that's something that ideally not there out of the box, but it can be done.
Cool.
With some overrides.
And the final question is about downloadable products. If someone is a guest and buys a downloadable product, how is that handled?
It's a unique link, so that's not a problem. He can do that. So we are sending the link in the email as well. Yeah. I messed that up earlier. So we are sending the link in the email as well. So if you're a guest, you can download. That's not a problem.
Cool. Well, Wonderful, Parth. You and Dipti seem to have generated a ton of questions, and I think if we had more time, there would be more. But thank you very much indeed for introducing us to Quick2Cart today.
Thanks a lot, Steve, for letting us present today.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And for those of you that attended, thank you very much indeed.